Keeping on the beat.
Hey, what's up, everyone? This is the Big Boy Project. I'm back at you again. We're going to talk about something that we just saw happen just recently. The most epic reads of epic reads. Apparently, the family, the descendants of Frederick Douglass, who are now known as the Bailey family, have issued a declaration. And so you know some serious business when somebody puts in bold letters "declaration" in front of anything on official letterhead.
But you know, they put an official document on your ass.
It's a declaration. So they made this document basically disowning Dr. Umar Johnson. So for all of y'all who don't know who Dr. Umar Johnson is, he's this brother who claims to have these official credentials, like Masters of Psychology and all the these other things that he may or may not have. I don't know him personally. I don't care to know him personally, but if he has all these advanced doctorates or whatever, and that's great.
On the internet. Oh,
but well, we don't know that. We don't know that. I mean, it's a quick Google search. We could probably figure that out. It's all that's in the public domain. But anyway, apparently, if you don't know who he is, he's the kind of brother that he'll go around and he speaks on a lot of different topics, claiming to be this. I hate this word, but this woke brother. He's part of that woke movement where he thinks that he's all for the betterment of the black community while simultaneously dogging out LGBT people of the same community. He puts down women of his same community. He's basically one of those brothers that if you're not a black heterosexual man, then you're taken away from the black community. He's one of those people that, he's all about honor your queen, so long as that queen knows her place. He also says how black gay men and black gay women are damaging or are killing off the black community or killing off the black people. His ideas are ridiculous for lack of a better way of saying it. But anyway, apparently somewhere down the line, through all his rhetoric, he claimed to be part of this esteemed family who are, like I said before, they're descendants of Frederick Douglass. So the Bailey family, I guess, having known of who he is and following what he's been saying and following through some of the stuff that he goes through in all his speeches, was like, no, bro, you're not part of this family. Now, mind you, I personally have not done the research, so I don't know if this man is or isn't. I think it will be epic if he did produce some definitive proof that he is part of this family. That will be amazing, because this family didn't just put this declaration out. They're disowning him even if he is part of this family. So not only do we not know, at least this group assembled here right now, this very moment, does not know if he's actually part of this family, but these folk here basically said, let's just say for the sake of argument that you are part of this family. No. If you are, we are disowning you, point blank. It's amazing. I'm sure you're going to have a picture of the entire declaration up for our viewers to see if they want to read it themselves.
Right.
And we verified this was authentic, right? So this is basically a declaration from the elders of the Bailey family. It was written by Terrence Bailey Sr., speaking on behalf of the Bailey family elders. So basically, the elders. Take that to mean whatever you want that to mean. It was drafted on June 19th of 2016, so just a few days ago. Today's the 26th. This was on June 19th, so this was just last week or a couple weeks ago. And he's basically saying that under the authority given to him by the elders of that family, and he goes on to say that he was a Army combat veteran, and he's been enduring freedom in Kandahar and military police battalions. He has a distinguished military career. And a lot of people in that family have also served. And they're basically saying that they are all he's speaking from being a verified member of that family. Like he goes into detail as to who his family is, like who his mom and he goes back in details in great detail how he's descended from Frederick Douglass as to the validity of how he can speak on these people's behalf, because he is a Bailey. I mean, his last name is literally Bailey. So So he was saying that Umar Johnson was claiming to be a part of the part of that family, and he's bringing dishonor to that name just from his own antics, just from how he talks, the things that he say, just in passing and in regular his get-togethers. Like the last thing that I remember, we did a video, I want to say last year, about how he was trying to open a school, and then he was calling the same people that were giving him money to open the school, he was calling them trifling ass people. And these are the same people that have already given you money, and you call them trifling because they're not giving you more money. Like they're basically supposed to keep hemorrhaging money from themselves to give to you to open the school for what? You know what I'm saying?
But this whole thing with Umar Johnson. Apparently you're not part of this family because, like I said, he got his receipts, he got his history. I think Umar Johnson just using this because they are a high praised family. He just using their name as power. And that's all there is to it. You use antics to get people on your side, but you don't have receipts for your antics. For instance, like you said with the school, you kept saying we're gonna build a school for black children. That's fine and dandy. That's a good idea for black kids to know their history. But you didn't say anything about what the curriculum gonna be, how you gonna pay for the teachers, how you gonna pay for the lights, how you gonna pay for this, that, and the other. So for you to use this family to raise yourself up to this rank is just stupid. Why can't you use your own methods to get to where you want to be? Apparently, you're not where you want to be now. That's why you're using this family.
Yeah, and then the Terrence goes on. Mr. Bailey, and I don't know this person personally, so I can't be calling him Terrence, but Mr. Bailey in this letter goes on to say how he hasn't verified any of his credentials, his academic credentials. He claimed to be this psychiatrist, this doctorate of he claims to be a doctor. So again, I haven't done the research. I don't know if he has his doctoral degree or anything. He may have it, he may not. I don't know. But he when the guy asked him to verify that he was part of the family, apparently, according to this document, Dr. Umar Johnson called him a flunky on Facebook. Who does that? Who does that? That is just ridiculous. And he just he goes on to say how he promotes racial division and hatred, which he does because basically condemns. He don't like white people. He's always pointing out all the things that white people have done, which true on some level. There's truth to it. But he's also anti-gay, anti-feminism. He sets black people back so much just when every time he opens his mouth. And the sad part is that he's one of those guys that on one day he'll be saying some things that actually make sense. They make sense, and then the very next day he'll twist it, and it's like a completely different person talking because he'll start talking all this hatred shit. It's really just it's the duality to that dude that's just really weird. Because there's been some videos that I've sat down and just listened to in the background and be like, damn, this, had I not known it was him, I'd have been like, damn, this brother's making some sense. But then the very next video on YouTube that he opens his mouth, it's just like anti-gay this, anti-women that, anything that's not black, that's not hetero black. Ridiculous. But anyway, he goes on to say all these other different things. But the ultimate point of this rather lengthy letter, because it's rather lengthy, and again, I'm sure James is going to put this up so y'all can read it yourselves. I don't want to read it verbatim. He basically was like, no, I'm going to read this last part. Hold on. I'm going to read this part. He said, lastly, you run around the country and other countries claiming that you are a member of the Maple Family. For years, you had not corrected people when they stated you were a descendant of Frederick Douglass. You claim to be a descendant of Stephen Bailey, brother or cousin of Frederick Douglass. However, while people have questioned you about these claims, you have refused to provide documented evidence such as birth certificates, wedding records, obituaries, and anything else that make you a member of my family. My cousin, Kenneth Morris, published a public statement from the Frederick Douglass family initiatives that your claims to being a member of our family are undocumented, and he factually stated that you are not in the archives of the Frederick Douglass Natural Historic Site. You responded to my cousin, Kenneth Morris, with childish insults and immature name-calling. That's his M.O. Ken is a highly respected member of the international representatives of our family, and your insults to him were intolerable and unacceptable to all Baileys and to all who respect our family. The time of your disgracing the family name is over.
What's your thoughts on the whole situation, Adrian?
I don't know. He sounds like a jackass to me. I'm just so over that whole thing. I'm over anyone who's just out here trying to. I don't know. It's 2016 and all this shit is so late. Just homosexuals are a part of every community, every fucking community. Like, get over it, you know? At this point, like, why do you care about homosexuals? I just don't understand. Sorry, I glaze over whenever I hear about, like, whenever I hear about dumb Negroes like this one. I'm just like, okay.
Dumb Negroes.
Sorry.
That's
accurate. That's accurate.
Dumb Negro. I mean, like, she's like, dude, like, he just, on the one hand, if half of the things that make sense were not coming out of his mouth, people will rally behind him. And then, you know, it's only the people who latch on to all the hateful things he said that support him. You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous.